Beecham for going through the booking in process and for helping out on Saturday. I'd also like to thank Richard and Peter Ryland for being here down on the start line and out on the track. Thank you to Gary Jensen and also to the Black Mark Motor Racing Club for pulling this event together. We'd like to thank all the people who've put on displays today, both the noisy and dusty ones, the Federal Drift team, and also to those other people who've come along, the coffee machine, because I really needed that coffee. And everyone else who's had displays here today to make it interesting for our spectators. Thank you to Bronco from Ton of Fun. Without you, no one would have heard me at all on the radio today. Okay? Press that button and he spoke. Now, the biggest thank you goes to our competitors and their supporters for helping them get here and racing today. Thank you everyone for supporting this event. So, just on behalf of your clerk of course, he can talk, but your clerk of course and myself, it has been an enjoyable event. I'm not sure how many competitors know, but we came on board with the event on Friday. We've picked up one hell of a jigsaw puzzle. The pieces were all there, we just needed to put it together. So thank you everyone for bearing with us and helping us through this interesting experience.
Thank you.
I'll just pass you over to Craig and...
It's been an interesting 8 months. Gary and I sat down 8 months ago and decided that we couldn't afford to lose this track. There was rumours that council was going to start running equestrian events and maybe changing the layout of the showground, so we thought we should possibly panic and get the track re-licensed again before anything that happened. Council's been incredibly supportive, Maribor has been incredibly supportive, and when a lot of events have been cancelled around the state, including Mount Cootha and Rockhampton and all the rest of it, we managed 150 entries on paper before we started. Gary and I, between us, have had about 20 heart attacks, I think, over the last 6 months, including 5 on Friday. And we both have to acknowledge the fact that without Marie and Scott, this wouldn't have happened. They came on board as an emergency substitute and did a bigger job than I would be going to do on my own, absolutely. If you guys need anything ever, we will be up there like a shot to do the same thing for you. I mean that sincerely, so thank you.
Well, thanks, Craig. It has been a big effort. This is my first event, really, I've been to. The last time that the event was held here, as the president of the Fraser Coast Show Society, I was stuck down in there cooking chips and burgers and handing out food. So I didn't really ever even get trackside. So this is the first event I've ever been to, and taking on the role of helping organise it has been an amazing journey with Craig. And Craig has put a lot of work in, and it's been a big effort by some, a few people. And I'd like to thank especially Brian Tedman and Dick, who helped us on Thursday. They helped us put the barriers in, and they drove the pins in, and their help with us Thursday, Friday. And then Dean Martin came along on Friday as well, and he helped save me getting another 10 hours worth of blisters on the backside on the forklift. And as you saw, the smoking forklift with the dodgy brakes, it's a bit hard. And 12 metres worth of barriers fitting through some spaces where the gap between them is 12.3 is a bit of a dodge on a forklift. I'll give you the drop. I think I had to show some skills that were quite evident out on the track there, even though I had the slowest time around the track on the forklift. And I think the BT50 has the second slowest. But anyway, thank you very much for everyone coming here and supporting the event. The aim that Craig and I set out to have was to resurrect the event, make sure it was on the calendar, and also to make it a drivers' event. And that's what our focus was this time, was to make it a drivers' event. We've been skinny on sponsorship. We'll probably be skinny on where we finish up financially, because of most of the sponsors we contacted were saying, oh, not this year, next year, which is a bit of a pity. So, ladies and gentlemen, I ask you, if you do know of anybody that might be able to throw us a few dollars to help get the event underway next year and come on board as sponsors, we're open for any suggestions. You know, it's been a bit of a battle, and we don't know where we're going to end up, and or where our mortgages will end up. But anyway, that's not, for me, there's been nothing but positive out of what's happened this weekend. It's been really good, and thank you for the spirit in which you competed. Bronco, you want to take over and announce some prize winners?
Good on you, fellas. Look, I've just got to say thank you as well, because it's been an absolute pleasure being involved with this. One of the things I've learned is that, as competitive as you guys are, geez, you have some fun with it and you have some laughs, and that was good to see. I was a bit disappointed though, I've got to say, when I was just generally talking yesterday, asking you guys, you know, what sort of money is involved in getting into this sort of sport, and a lot of you said, look, it's not that expensive, and I thought, geez, we can get people involved with this. So I've gone with bought the cordless microphone today, went up to a few of the cars to interview you guys, and you know what they told me? No, I'm not going to tell you, the missus will divorce me if I tell you how much it costs. So thank you for your help to involve others in the sport. It was much appreciated. Not. Okay, well look, enough of that. We've now got some presentations to make. Now, we're going to call out the third place getters first, of course, and work our way into first. So the registered vehicles 0 to 1300 cc's. How many did we have at 0, by the way, besides your forklift? Third place is Alan Greenbury and the Hillman Imp. So come forward if you're here, Alan. We've got Ria over here to take photos, so come on over here. It's a good thing it's not me and Gary in the photo. You'd need a real wide angle lens then, wouldn't you? Okay, congratulations, Alan. Second place, Pat Devine. Or Devine? Devine? Devine, you know. Only Pat Devine in his own eyes. Good on you, Pat. And first place, Steve Aldridge. Arledge. Steve Arledge. The printing's small, what can I say?
Just a quick thank you to Graham from Perfection Custom Performance for giving me another quick car to use.
Good on you guys, thank you. Now, registered vehicles 1301cc to 1600cc. Third place is Ian Duffel. Good on you, Ian. That's his first event, is it? There you go. We've got a Sprint Virgin. What, he got his rocks off? No, he's Rocky. Sorry, Rocky. He's from Rocky. Okay, next, second place, Keith Rolton.
He's gone.
He's gone?
I will take it for him. I'll take it. Oh, there he goes.
He could have moved faster around the track if he did that, couldn't he? Okay, in first place, Quentin Ryder. Now, registered vehicles 1601cc to 2000cc. Third place goes to Neil Cope. Second place to Brett Cullen. And first place to Robert Van Weggen. For registered vehicles 2001cc to 3000cc, third place Carl Beck. Second place Ian Solomon. And first place Perez Harrix. Registered vehicles 3001cc to 4000cc, Rad Gruen. Second place Darren Siddons. And first place, John Donahue. Registered vehicles 4001cc to 5000cc. Third place, Simon Boss Walker. Not here?
I think he left.
Okay, second place, Greg Ryland. And first place, Steve Lewis. Now, registered vehicles 5001cc and over. Third place, Darryl Shaw. Now, sorry if I get this next name wrong. Second place, Josh Thurkoff. Oh, I was close. Thurkoff. Thank you. And first place, Mark Simmons. Class O, sports cars 0 to 1300cc, Benjamin Adams, third place. Second place, Peter Adams. And first place, Annette McDonald. Now we've got Class P, sports cars 1301cc to 1600. Third place, Jack De Pascal. Second place, Owen Lloyd. And first place, Bruce Chamberlain.
Well done, guys. Well done. Thanks, mate.
Now we've got Class Q, sports cars 1601cc to 2000cc. Third place, Peter Andrews.
Yep.
We let Craig win this, right?
It's very generous of you, Pete.
Second place, Phil Ewell. And the first place was retired hurt. Craig Winter. Good on you, Craig. Now we've got Class R Sports, and that's 2001cc to 4000cc. Third place, we've got Brett Kelly.
Why don't you buy your car so I can beat him?
Yeah, there's an idea. I'll give you a good deal. Thanks, mate. Excellent. Thank you. Ready.
Second place, Chris Richards.
Chris Richards. Chris the Shadows.
Well done, mate.
We've got Dean Martin there.
And first place, John Siddons. Right, next we've got Class S sports cars, 4001cc to 5000cc. Third place, John Davies.
Hey, John. Hey.
Be sure it was only going to give you $8 for the end.
Is it 4 to 5? You said first.
Oh, I bet, yeah.
Well, I don't know the net. Having a mental readjustment.
Okay, second place, Paul Buccini, B-U-C-C-I-N-I. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong. I have trouble pronouncing my own name. It's on my shirt, but when I read it, it reads Ocknorb.
Thanks, mate. There you go.
And first place, Mark Crespin.
I'd like to thank everyone. It's been a fantastic event. I'd like to thank my wife and all my sponsors, and I know you had a lot of trouble, but you should always dial. A lot of people will help you, mate. Don't try and do everything yourself, but what a great event, and see you next year.
Right, now we've got unregistered vehicles 0 to 1300cc. Now, I've got to make a point here. Something I said at the start of the presentation is that the camaraderie and the friendship here, and just the amount of fun that you guys have. We had Ken Martin in third place, but Ken did come up and let us know that he did nick one of the witches' hats. So he's actually, by doing that, lost his third place position. So please, a big round to Ken for being honest. It just shows the true spirit of sport. Good on you, Ken. You're a gentleman, mate. Despite what Craig said about you. And we've got, therefore, in third place, Richard McMullen.
Yeah, Nick, good on you. Thanks, mate.
Now, second place, Rory McDonald.
Thanks, guys. A lot of people, local people here know me. I asked Donnie Vidler, who tipped me this weekend, to come up, and he wasn't going to come, so I brought him up, put him up at my house, drank all my beer, went out and beat me by 0.05 of a second. Piss poor, Donnie. From Craig and Gary's point of view, we've been following this on Facebook and talking to all the guys we possibly could to get everyone here. I think it's fantastic that it's back. From PJ Burns Builders' point of view, we're going to put our hand up straight away and say we'll take $1,000 sponsorship next year. And I'd like to see Steve Lewis and Bob Jane and all the other businesses here. It's time to put our hands in our pocket and make sure this works and these guys aren't dying each year. Thanks very much.
Good on you, mate. That's big of you. Thank you so much. Okay, unregistered vehicles 1301cc to 1600cc. Oh, sorry. No, he took up all the time for that. Sorry, we haven't got time for it. Don Vidler.
Oh, here we go.
You heard what Rory said. It was true. I wasn't going to come back, but he talked me into it. But guess what? I'm going to do an army on you. We're coming back.
So Rory, does that mean I've got to give you that $20 back, mate, seeing as you did eventually come up to the microphone?
We'll make it 30. Another bid on 50 to help these guys out.
Okay, unregistered vehicles, 1301cc to 1600cc. Third place, Keith Simmons. Second place, Damien Ma. And first place, Scott Town. Now the next one we've got is unregistered vehicles, 1601cc to 2000cc. Third place is Chris Chant. Looks like the escorts have taken this one out.
Chris is not here. Chris is gone. Thanks, mate. Well done.
Danny Mischok.
Second, he went
And first place goes to Stephen Bell. Now unregistered vehicles 2001cc to 3000cc. Third place is Kevin Honor. Second place goes to the birthday boy who was up at 2 o'clock this morning putting his car back together again and successfully did it, Blake Morgan.
He doesn't look too bad.
And first place, Nat Rowe.
Walking down. Thanks, mate.
Now unregistered vehicles 3001cc to 4000cc, Matthew Dix.
I'll get it. He can tell you how great his club secretary is.
See you. See you, Peter.
Now second place, Keith Honor. And first place goes to Bryce Danby.
When you get the prize, you also take the phone.
Unregistered vehicles from 4001cc to 5000cc, Howard Boyle.
Thank you. Thank you.
Second place goes to Shane Ramsey.
Thanks. Good on you.
And first place goes to Peter Murphy. Here he comes.
I know I'm so that qualified. Well, it wasn't the right car, but it got you over the line. Thanks, mate. Congratulations.
Yeah, who was that, sorry? Okay, unregistered vehicles 5,001cc and over. We've got Gary O'Halloran and his cheer squad. Bradley Chalakombi. I knew I'd get that name wrong. Did I? Yeah. Chalakombi. I didn't even get it right in the second go.
Thanks, mate. Thank you. Thanks, mate. Thank you.
And first place, Paul Holter. Now, Class U racing cars up to 1300cc. Neil McLeod.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Neil and Gwen McLeod for the loan of the car for the weekend. It was a great handling car and the MacBus is definitely slides.
Thanks, mate. No worries at all. Thank you. And first place goes to Brian Kirby. Neil McLeod. He's coming back now? Good.
Yeah, just like to thank all the organisers. I know that these events don't run themselves, and it was a fabulous weekend. I've enjoyed it and I'll be back next year. Thank you.
Thanks, mate. Good to hear.
Yeah, thank you. I'd like to thank young Mark for driving our car. It's the most difficult car to drive. It's only a carton of milk and a third, and to put it in the top 10 was a magnificent outcome for him. It's only the second time he's ever sat in the car. Well done, Mark. To the club here, congratulations, fellas. It was, it's been pretty awesome times for you, and we understand that. But you came through, and what looked like a total disaster Friday turned into an absolutely fantastic event. Do it again, and I'm sure everybody will be here. Thanks, fellas.
Good on you, mate. Thank you. Class V racing cars, 1301cc to 1600cc. Matthew Kahler. K-A-H-L-E-R.
It's going home too. You're going, are you? You're making names. You're making a collection.
You'll probably find these on eBay that has been collected. And first place goes to Philip Charles. Now we go on to the historic now. Rodney McMullen. He had fierce opposition in his class.
You ended up winning it, did you?
According to this sheet, he was the only one. Good on you, mate. Thank you. Now we go to Class Z2, all-wheel drive 3001cc to 4000cc. Third place, Stephen Fawkes. Second place, Paul Minert. And first place goes to Neville Scott. Now we go to Class Z3, all-wheel drive, 4001cc and over. Third place goes to Tim Moller. It's a camera, who cares? Second place goes to Brad Botcher. And first place goes to Craig Weston.
Well done.
Right, we now go to Class W, racing cars 1601cc to 3000cc. We've got two recipients here. Mike Room. Mike not here? Where's that bloke for eBay? You got another one coming up, mate? Okay, Warwick Williams. There's another one for eBay. Okay, Class X racing cars 3001cc to 5000cc. We've got Brennan Martin. Robbie Mountfield. Now we then go to Class Y racing cars, 5001cc and over. Ben Pace. Okay, we now go to the fastest on the track, and that was won by Craig Weston.
Is it real? You can drink out of it anyway, mate. Congratulations.
I've just got to thank some people for this weekend. It's been a real challenge to get here. First off, I'll thank Tim and Sally from Maryborough Engineering for helping me endlessly over the last few days. And I'd have to also thank Steve from Bob Jane Tarmac for an awesome wheel alignment at the last minute. And last but not least, by the slightest, is Brad from Turning Point. He spent hours and hours tuning my car to get it ready and went beyond the call of duty. And if you live within 300 kilometres of Harvey Bay and he doesn't tune your car, why not? Thank you everybody for organising the weekend, it's been great. And yeah, Laura for putting up with me.
Good on you, Craig. Congratulations, mate. And I'm afraid that's about as close to steel as you're going to get, Craig, that trophy. It was made out of a recycled Skyline R32.
Probably from the rough there.
That's it. We're done.
Okay, folks, well, that wraps up what has been a very, very successful weekend. Again, a big round of applause for these two fellas over here. They came into it. I have only just been involved in the last few days, but they came into it a bit raw, but they put it all together with some help with some very, very fantastic people. So thank you very much, folks. Take care. And again, I can only echo the words of others. Please do look for sponsors for us. We need sponsors to run the event, and I think you'll agree. This year, there's a few little bugs, but nothing major, and with better sponsorship, we're going to have a much better event next year. Thanks very much. Take care.
1, 2, 3 by Turning Point. How's that? Yeah, right. 1, 2, 3.
I know. Oh, who was third?